and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jade and I have a little bit of an obsession with plants. It might have been about 2 years since I last uploaded a video to YouTube, and I've been thinking about it for a while and thinking, actually, it doesn't matter like what I film, what I upload. I just need to get back into the habit of doing some more videos for you guys. So I thought today I would just sort of say hello, welcome back for me as well, and give you a bit of a... So I'm going to feed one of my shelves in my plant cupboard, and I thought I would take you with me and show you the plants as I'm pulling them out and feeding them, and sort of let you see some of my plants. But obviously in the future I want to start doing a few more videos, maybe some more informative videos, maybe update you on my kitchen, because I did a plant tour in my kitchen obviously 2 years plus ago, and as you can see just from behind me, there's a lot of plants. So over the past 2 years, a quick update, over the past 2 years I have been continuing selling my plants. I have been building my collection as always. I have lost some plants over the past 2 years, but I have also gained a lot of plants as well, and the market is changing in the plant world, so I am trying to stop propagating the plants that are not as popular, and I'm trying to sort of follow the trends a little bit, but I'm also going down my own little rabbit hole of begonias, which I am absolutely loving, so I'm sure you'll get to see some of those along the way as well. And yeah, so let's get into it. Those of you that have never seen my plant cupboard before, here it is. I would say it's like a little jungle. So this is where I keep my more sensitive plants, my humid loving plants, and ones that I want to grow quickly, or ones that I'm propagating and then are going to acclimate to more normal conditions, ready to sell. So today I'm going to be looking at this shelf. So I've actually sort of organised these ones a bit more the other day, and so it's going to be this one. So I thought I would take you along with me, show you what I've got, and yeah. I don't know if I ever have shown you the cupboard or if I did a video on it when I was first making it, but it's a simple small cupboard. I put loads of shelves in with glass shelves, and then I have put lights on various shelves, and yeah, I've had this cupboard for maybe 3 years now, and everything is going fine, and yeah, it's really good conditions, and I can keep the humidity in here, and I have a fan in here, and yeah, so let's start. Let's start with this. So do you remember, so whenever I'm taking out dead leaves and stuff, I just put them at the bottom of here, because yeah. So do you remember the Microsorum, the blue oil fan? That's what this is supposed to be. So even I've pulled out probably the worst plant to begin with. You can kind of see a bit of blue, maybe. I don't know if that's even going to come up at all. It's the slowest grower, I can't make it happy, but it sits in here, it's still alive, so yeah. And now the cat wants to eat it. No. It doesn't need water, it's living in moss at the moment, and it's not growing really, so. This is a strawberry shake cutting. You can see the newest leaf. The old leaf is gorgeous. I don't know how much, I don't know, it's been so long, I don't know how much you can see, whether it's going to focus, what it's going to look like. So as I'm doing this, I sort of take things out of the pot. So I still grow a lot of things in leca. I have some water and some food with me, so I'm just going to top everything up as I'm taking it out, and then I know that when it comes to putting it all back in, it's all sorted. So yeah, so that's fine. It will be quite amazing at how much I'm going to pull off this one shelf. Here we have some Nova Ghost Hoya cuttings that are just rooting away. They're nothing too special. Maybe I will cut some stuff out that might be not so exciting to look at. Basically the mother plant of this started to go a bit funny. So I thought, crap, I better take some propagations and make sure that I've got backup of it. This is how I end up with so many plants, is that I get a plant, I then propagate it pretty much as soon as I've got it, and then I then grow more because I desperately want to have as many of them as possible just in case one of them dies. And yeah, so I have a lot of multiples, duplicates, sorry. Oh, and then one of our favourites, which desperately needs some water, Hoya Hischliana variegated, which is absolutely one of my favourites still. I'm going to give that some food. The one downstairs that I have growing in soil at the moment is not looking great, but then I have some Hoya Hischliana propagations, which are all growing quite a lot. Just oh, and then I do have this begonia that was from an import last year now, but I can't remember when. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen the import, me unboxing the import, and everything looked quite alright, but then everything obviously melted. So if you have ever had begonias before, you will know that when you get them in the post, they usually look good for a day or two, but then they suddenly disintegrate. And I don't really know why they're so sensitive, but a lot of these varieties that I have in here anyway are terrarium loving ones. I will give that a little bit of feed, just a tiny bit. So even though it's super humid in here, the more delicate begonias and stuff I'm growing in these, just so then I don't have to worry about watering them or anything like that. Syngonium Grey Ghost, desperate in need of water. Once again, a lot of things are in leca. Do you remember when these were super rare? I have so many of them now, but they're so pretty. Nothing too spectacular on there though. Ugh, I need a bit of my brew though. This, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it is a snowdrift. The leaves are coming through white. Now this I'm keeping it in here just in case it might decide to start growing again. It's not doing well. And then in here I've just got some random bits of Streptocarpus leaves, which are rooting quite nicely. Some billieti. It's all feeling a bit dry, so I still really love to propagate in moss and in water. My two go-tos. So I have lots of these cups with just random propagations in that really I should probably sort out. I'm going to just give it some, give it a bit of food. There's a Belmarx variegated in there, there's some Rios, all sorts of bits. Then I have got a box in here, which there might be something exciting in here. There's not. So that's growing quite nicely. Oh, there's this cool begonia in here, which was one from this import that from last year. So I think this is the newest leaf. So I do find that boxes are still sort of the easiest way to grow things. A saxifraga, or some people call them strawberry begonias. Ooh, that's dry. That's one of my favourites. It actually came free. If you watched that video, it came free with all the other begonias, which was good. We have a anthurium, Forgetii crossed with I want to say Clarinervium. No, it's crystallinum. And yeah, I'm not very good with anthuriums. I don't know why. I have actually just moved some of my anthuriums back into this cupboard to see if I can get them growing. I mean, this has like a really big chunk, but it only ever grows one leaf at a time and then they drop. Oh, cherries here. But yeah, a very weird Maranta, supposed to be silver band, but it's not doing very well, and so I keep on putting it back in the cupboard thinking it will perk up. Never does. I have a Maranta silver band just here off camera, and it's pretty. Like I'll just get it and show you. So I have this one that was from the same plant, and I mean it's a bit crispy because obviously it's winter at the moment, and yeah, but it's growing fine and it's in leca. There's no, there's no reason for it to. So why that one doesn't do well when it's in the cupboard that should always be good. Although some of these could. And this is what happens, you see, you get distracted. And then it takes you hours and hours and hours just to flipping do one shelf in your cupboard. Anyway, I've taken out about half of what's in the cupboard at the moment, so on this shelf. I'm just going to move that. That's Paraiso Verde, which I'm waiting for the heat to come back, and so then it'll start being variegated again. Oh, Florida Beauty, propagation, top cut I'm guessing, and yeah, it's doing alright. It's very pretty though, very pretty, a little bit water. Oh, so this shelf does seem to be the shelf of Syngoniums, because I think, yeah, they just seem to do alright. But I'm saying this, and then this one is a milk confetti, and none of the leaves seem to want to open up fully. I don't know why. But once again, like I was saying before, I'm concentrating on propagating things that are a bit more popular. And this just doesn't, they don't seem to be popular anymore, unfortunately. And there is some stuff in here that really I just need to propagate, get rid of, make space, all that kind of stuff. So this is Squamacol. Is this a blush? Or I think it's just the standard Philodendron Squamacol. And it's such a pretty plant, but I have struggled. So I did have this in my bedroom and it just didn't ever grow. So I've put it in here just to give it some oomph. And it is starting to grow. It's quite pretty. What else do we have in here? Oh, I'm looking through at the shelf below. Oh, we have one of my absolutely gorgeous Syngonium strawberry ices. So I will. It turns out it's really hard for you to see any of the plants that I'm trying to show you because obviously of the light. Didn't even think about it, but here you go. If you can see it, you can see it. It's a Syngonium strawberry ice, and it has so many pretty leaves. Once again, I need some food. This is where I start to look like a mad plant lady. Oh, bugger. This is what happens every time. Flipping. Right, let's just. So, obviously, a Philodendron billeti. These used to be so popular and now they're not, and now I have loads of them. And they grow so big. What am I supposed to do with so many of them when they grow so big? To be fair, this is now the internodal spacing here. I could actually maybe take a cutting or two off that, but they take so long to sell, then I end up with just loads of them. And as much as they're nice, I don't need millions of them. We do have a tray of gigas here. I say a tray, it's two there, but because of how big they are, like they've got a lot of leaves, I never take the pot out that's holding the two of them in there. And then there's also, what is this one? Maybe Melanochrysum, which is growing up here, so I never take them ones out. We do have a Majestic, very cute little baby Majestic, which is in the smallest pot ever. Really, I just need to cut it up and sell it. But I'll keep it in here until I can be bothered. To be fair, yesterday I took quite a lot of cuttings yesterday. I took quite a lot of the Pipermethysticum. I'm looking up because they were all from the top shelf. Some Atabacoense, Majestics, all sorts actually. This is a dying Hoya, which I don't know how to fix. I took a load of cuttings off it before it fully decided to die. I keep watering it, keep trying. Yeah. I'm really sorry, milk confetti again. I'm nearly there though. I've nearly got everything out. Syngonium tricolor. So it has pink and white. So it's really funny actually because it's got fully mature leaves, but they're tiny. I don't know how much you'll be able to see that because you can't see anything. Oh, the root system on this is hefty. So maybe I chop it? No. So this is not a new plant, but I've not got many of them. I think this is the one, oh no, I've got two plants and there's a couple of propagations somewhere in here that I am trying to grow. And yeah, so I've not really propagated it very much. Another grey ghost, which, yeah. You see, and this is why I stopped doing videos, because I feel like I'm just repeating myself, oh bugger, and just showing you my plants. But then that's what it's for, is I use this to show you my plants. Oh well. Oh, I've got a pot of a lot of white wizards. So I had a white wizard and it was really, like, the variegation on it was really nice. And maybe I could do that. Maybe you can see there because the light maybe. And basically I took the top cuttings off that white wizard. Don't know where that one went. And potted them all into here. So this is 3 or 4 top cuttings, and now it does look quite pretty. There's some really nice variegation on quite a lot of the stems, to be fair. That just sits at the back, and when I'm ready to propagate it, I will pull it out and propagate it again. And I will probably keep the top cuttings off it because this is how I've ended up with so many plants. I propagate things, but then I keep the top cuttings of everything because I love starting plants again. Saying this, I've got a lot that need to be started again. So yeah, I end up starting a lot of plants again and end up with loads of them. This is two quite sorry Belmarts variegated. Ooh. This one, I obviously have wanted to start this one again a bit. So it's given me 3 variegated leaves, but there's quite a lot of nodes down here which hopefully will spring up soon. And then there's this one that there's some good variegated bits, but then there is a lot of yellow. A lot of my Belmarts do end up going either yellow or green. I don't know if it's just something that happens, but yeah, I do find that it's either yellow or green. Nearly there. I will show you my empty cupboard and then kind of what I do. Another grey ghost. So I am back. I just had a phone call, so I shall carry on where I was. So we are on this grey ghost. And then the final one that I'll be taking out is this Scindapsus Moonlight, and it's actually quite big, and I only have this one of this plant, and I do keep on sort of wrapping it back around into the tub so that it hopefully roots in there as well. But this is a very pretty plant. So this is, you can see it's rooted, something's rooted on the wall and I've had to pull it off. So this is the shelf completely empty, which is quite impressive, and plants everywhere. Now I am going to put everything back in after I've cleaned. I am probably going to speed this up because you don't need to see me cleaning it all. It's clean, so now I have to remember which way around I took everything out, because I like sort of where it's supposed to be, if that makes sense. Like, I know how it all fits. So we'll start with this. Is feeding the gigas, which is, I just never remove it. I do have this anthurium, which, as I said before, I'm going to try in different places, so I'm just going to empty this so that I've not got, I didn't even use a full bottle, which is quite impressive. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put the anthurium. This anthurium, I'm going to try up here, I think, and I'll turn the fan back on. This is this shelf done, so there's quite a big gigas, and that was everything out of there. Oh, I can show you. You've got a bit of a blue tinge. Anyway, so there you go. So that's it for today, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching just a little bit of an insight into some of the plant care for some of the plants in my cupboard. This is my bedroom. It is an absolute tip. Yeah, I'm actually feeling quite happy about doing this video, so I hope that it goes down all right, and I am now going to take some pictures of some plants that I have available to sell. I will link below my Facebook group, and yeah, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.